Yo, and welcome back to One, Two, the podcast where the ropes are tight, the slams are heavy, and the takes are hotter than the Vegas sun. I'm your host, 8-Bit Mike, and today we're diving deep into the spectacle that was NXT Stand and Deliver 2025. Let's get into it. And welcome to One, Two, Let's kick things off with the main event that had us all on the edge of our seats. Oba Femi defended his NXT championship against Trick Williams and Javon Evans in a high-octane triple threat match. The action was relentless in this one, but Femi showcased why he's on the top, returning his title in a match that could only be described as a classic. I gotta tell you, really enjoyed this match from start to finish. I love the dynamic between these three. Oba is a beast, and I cannot wait for him to be on the main card in the WWE, but no rush in that. Javon Evans, I thought, looked fantastic in this match. He really went out of his way and showcased why he's the future. He was able to hit all these high-flying cutters, and there was even a moment where he reversed the bomb from Oba into a cutter. Lots of really cool spots, and Trick just looking like a beast throughout this match, hit multiple trick shots, and then heelish move again. You have Trick Williams take out the referee, which actually ended up screwing him over. He takes the ref out in order to stop Javon Evans from getting the pin. There's no referee at all. Javon jumps out of the ring. Him and Trick are going at it back and forth. Trick ends up hitting him, catching him with that trick shot. Had a chance to potentially win this match, but due to his own actions, unable to get that win. But let's give it up for the ref, though. Kicking Oba in the face to get him off him. Going for that count. I loved it. NXT referees do not play. They're not the ones. If you're going to throw fists or take out a referee, you ain't doing it in NXT. But Oba Femi stands tall here. Overall, really good match. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Happy to see Oba win. I think that's the right call. And pumped for the future of NXT with Oba at the helm. Let's go, the ruler. The women's division brought the heat with Stephanie Vaquer putting her title on the line against Julia, Jordan, and Jada Parker in a match filled with twists and turns. Vaquer emerged victorious, proving once again that she's the queen of the NXT ring. This match was great. I thought, surprisingly, Jada Parker looked fantastic in this match as well. I do think she truly got hurt. There was a lot of limping around in the ring from her, and I'm not sure if she was selling or not, but yeah, she looks like she came out of this one a little bit beat up, but man, she stood tall with the other three in this ring, and it wasn't as if like she was kind of the fourth wheel in this match. She really stood her own ground, was just showing why she belongs in there, and it's exciting to see how far she has come and her growth in NXT. Jordan, though, man, showing exactly why she's the juggernaut. I mean, there were multiple moments where she clearly is in a class of her own. Her and Julia are standing there. I think Stephanie Vaquer hit a clothesline on her that she just no-sold and was not having it. I loved all of it. I thought it was really fantastic. Julia went with a bit of a different look in this match, not the blonde that we're used to seeing. So, ended this one too. Julia just staring daggers into Stephanie Vaquer. I'm wondering, is there a little bit of jealousy brewing here? Are we going to see a more heelish Julia as we move forward in the storyline? Because it definitely looked like it was heading that direction. But man, what a fantastic match. Did you expect any less? Super excited to see Stephanie Vaquer go ahead and retain this title. That makes all the sense in the world to me. I love it. I love the NXT women's division. I think it's one of the best. All right, next we had our tag team championship match. And believe it or not, Hank and Tank go over on Fraxium. So if you've been following the journey of Hank and Tank trying to find themselves, trying to figure out how to win as a tag team, well, they figured it out. They are now the NXT Tag Team Champions, beating Fraxium, which only leaves me to believe Fraxium is getting called up to the WWE. So is Fraxium going to Monday Night Raw? Is Fraxium going to SmackDown? I hope it's Raw. I think Raw needs this team. They'd be a fantastic addition to that tag team division who desperately needs some life. You had the North American champion Ricky Saints taking on Ethan Page. What a fantastic opening match. Ethan Page is probably one of my favorite additions to NXT. I think he plays his role perfectly, and he's such a fantastic talent in the ring. He just does his job so well. Ricky Saints looked fantastic in this match. I thought Ethan Page really, there was a lot of back and forth between the two of them at multiple times that you thought this match could go either way, but ultimately Ricky Saints is going to get the retain here, and what I thought was a fantastic opener to the show. I really enjoyed this match, and I cannot wait to see who Ricky Saints takes on next. And Ethan Page, my man, we gotta get you some wins. We gotta get you some wins. My guy, taking away smiles from everyone. That's the Ethan Page I need back. Let's talk about the Women's North American Championship ladder match. Not the best ladder match I have seen in NXT, but I thought this was done pretty well. To be frank with you, the stuff I didn't like about it was a lot of the moments where it just felt very like one person would go up, one would come in. It was very, everybody was on the outsides and then one in at a time. I hate when you do multi-man matches or multi-women matches, and that kind of becomes the case where it's very much you're just waiting for the singular one-on-ones over and over and over again. And this match did feel that way to me, and I'm disappointed in that because they've done so many great NXT ladder matches, and it's not that this was a terrible match. It just wasn't my favorite that I've seen. I expected more from it. Was a little underwhelmed, but I gotta say, I thought a lot of the ladies in this match looked really good, and I was very shocked that Sol Ruca pulled out the win. Not that she doesn't deserve it. I have just seen them overlook Sol so many times in these situations, and I thought, all right, this will be another one of those. Maybe it's going to be Tia Hale. Maybe it's going to be, they're going to go ahead and put it back on Kalani. I don't know, and I just didn't think it was going to be Sol Ruca. I'm super happy it was. She has by far one of the coolest finishing moves in all of wrestling, and I think she nailed it on Izzy Dame, if I'm not mistaken, and then hit a double when she nailed it on Lola Vice and another, I think it was Thea Hale, who was also in the corner too. She hit them, hit a double soul snatcher, and then climbed the ladder, got the belt, gets the win here. Zarya down on the bottom. There was an emotional moment in this match between those two at the top when they realized, hey, we're gonna have to fight. We knew this was coming, and they just start going back and forth. But Sol threw that first punch. Sol threw that punch, and it was a good shot. Overall, it was a good match, not a great match. I definitely was hoping for more from this ladder match. It's nice to see Sol Ruca finally get her flowers and get a title in NXT. In a chaotic Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley outlasted the competition and were able to earn themselves a shot at the tag team titles next week. So actually, it's going to be this Tuesday. So coming up here this week, we're going to get to see whoever wins between the Liv Morgan and Raquel versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria is going to come here and take on Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley. This match was fantastic. I enjoyed it. It was chaotic. It was wild. I love the elimination style of the Fatal 4-Way, where as you're seeing teams get pinned, they're just eliminated from the match. But bigger story took place in this match where Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade, who are looking fantastic in this match, all of a sudden there's this moment in the match where Cora's in the ring. She's, been backing up and really supporting Roxanne. Roxanne just kind of walks out, exits, abandons Cora Jade in the ring, who then gets demolished and pinned and eliminated from the match. So I think we're going to get some more between these two here. There's definitely a story building and brewing. I thought that was done really well. This match was fantastic, though. I really enjoyed it from start to finish. And really happy to see Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley get the win here. Tatum looked amazing in this match, so I was really excited for this team dynamic. I really like these two as a team. And I thought the match went really well, and I didn't expect them to win, so that was also kind of nice. You know, I'm the person who enjoys when someone wins who I don't expect, and it makes sense. And this one made sense, and I really enjoyed it. So excited to see their match this coming Tuesday. Dark State versus the D'Angelo family. This was a war. They were just killing each other, and right from the start, it just broke out. You had the 3 members of the D'Angelo family taking on the 4 members of Dark State here. It was a 3-on-3 tag match, but when it started, it was definitely an all-out uneven brawl. The match finally got under control. There was a lot of good storytelling in this match. Don looks to be losing control of the family as him and Stax were kind of going back and forth. There were these weird moments where the Don seemed to want the tag, but then, you know, Stax jumped in the ring, got in there. The underboss was in there, right? And all of a sudden, then the Don stood there like a statue, not even reaching out for the tag. Then he seemed to get back into it. All of a sudden, there's these spots in the moments where they're saving each other back and forth. The Don's watching Stax, Stax watching the Don. They're going back and forth, protecting each other. And there's this weird moment where, you know, Stax goes and he grabs some crowbars saying he has an idea of how to finish this match. The Don was not about it, telling him, hey, that's not going to happen. That's not how we're doing this. That wasn't the plan. This eventually leads to Stax throwing the crowbars out of the ring. These go to get used against them. Finally, Stax gets a crowbar. The Don's in trouble. He strikes a member of Dark State in the head. And the Don's standing there looking at Stax, who's holding this crowbar now. Is he gonna strike the Don? No, he turns it over to the referee. The Don turns his back on Stax, is going to finish this match, and Stax nails him with the low blow for the turn, leaving the Don to get finished by Dark State. What is going on in the D'Angelo family? They are falling to pieces. Later on in the night, you see Stax leaving the arena, telling Luca, stay by that phone, man. I'm going to give you a call. This was an awesome match, and the storytelling from start to finish was just fantastic. NXT Stand and Deliver 2025 was fantastic. I enjoyed this show from start to finish. Just a small hiccup in there, I thought, with the ladder match, but overall, what a great way to start my WrestleMania Night 1. Then with Stand and Deliver, they delivered as they always do. Thank you, Shawn Michaels, for putting this show together. Unbelievable work as usual. I loved it. Like, comment, subscribe. You know I'm going to keep bringing these 1, 2, ooh.